All right, I think we're up. Let me double check everything and make sure I can see chat. Nice. Cool. Well, I have no way to check how many viewers I have right now. I can see chat, but I am on a more basic streaming setup than I used to be on right now. So we'll do with it what we can. What's up, Drew? We're gonna play some chess today. So I've been playing a ton of chess. Could you list some general chess tips? Sure. Well, as I play, I'll definitely try to explain what I'm thinking. But we could definitely spend a minute and just talk about some general good ideas in chess. Actually, let's see if I can do that. I can hit an analysis board really quickly and see what that looks like. Nothing much, man. Excited to see you streaming again. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. I surely won't be streaming a ton. I have a lot of things to do now that make it way harder for me to stream. But if I have the opportunity to, I definitely will, especially for some chess. All right, yeah, so this is an analysis board. If you go to lichess.org, lichess.org, you can create an account for free, and you can access their whole database of Grandmaster games, this analysis board with some pretty in-depth computer analysis that will kind of tell you what the best moves are, what the most frequent winning moves are, and all of it is free. If you go to chess.com, you can find similar services, but you're gonna have to pay for a subscription and pay for their puzzles and stuff like that. So I use Lichess often just for the free aspect because I'm typically not dropping $100 a year on a license. And with the analysis board, it's cool because it has this Lichess database, which actually my camera may be blocking right now. Let me move this up. This little database over in the bottom right corner, you can see a database of the most frequent moves ever played on the Lichess website. That's every move recorded ever. You can go back and look at your games independently and see what you typically play the most, what your most frequent starting moves are, and the percentage of times which you win in playing those moves. And then you can also look at the Masters database, which has all of the Grandmaster or Titled Master, International Master, National Master games in here. And you can go back and look at all of them and see what the best players are playing, which is cool. So it's a nice free service. Typically in chess, good starting ideas is to take control of the center. I think one of the best examples of this is, if you're knight per se, right? The knight moves in an L shape. If it is in the middle of the board, it has maximum opportunity for vision. Right, the knight, when sitting in these places, can see all of these, 8 available spots that it can go to. If your knight, for some reason, ends up on the edge of the board, right, now you are limiting its vision, and it is technically a less powerful and less valuable piece now. So what we typically try to do, good opening concepts, are to play either e4 or d4 as white and try to immediately take control of the center, right? Either of these places that you go, you gain control over these middle areas, which make it hard for the other player to gain space. So that's always a good thing to do. As you develop into the center of the board, your next goal is to try to develop your pieces. Like your bishop is not very valuable when it is sitting back here, blocked up by these pawns. It can't go anywhere. It's not a useful piece. So you can develop pieces by getting things out from in front of them and creating more vision for the piece. Or as the game progresses, you intentionally going out of your way to develop that piece and put it out somewhere to where it has more vision. This is a terrible spot to go to. Don't play bishop to g5. But that's the idea, right? Bishops, we want to gain space and develop them by making sure there's nothing in front of them, giving them more vision, and then moving them out into an opportune spot where they can see their full diagonals. If you're playing with a knight and you're trying to move that piece out, what we want is to develop it quickly from this original square to c3 or f3. So make sure that we're trying to get into the center and get it some vision as quickly as possible. And hopefully we can find a square for it, a nice home somewhere up closer to where it's now gaining a lot of vision and control over the opponent's squares. But that's the idea. Play for the middle and then develop your pieces quickly so that way they're not stuck on the back rank. I think like the last thing to be thinking about in terms of good opening concepts, let me move a couple pieces here, is king safety, right? So once you've gotten to a certain point to where you're developed some pieces, you're trying to gain control of the middle and gain some space on the board. The next thing you're most worried about generally is where this king is placed and making sure that it is not being threatened by anything or in a position to be threatened quickly by anything. So oftentimes players will castle, which is switching the position of their king and rook, bringing their king inside 2 squares and their rook outside 2 squares. You can also do this on the queen side, right? If these 3 spaces were empty and neither the king or rook had moved, you can move the king into the c file where the bishop is, and then move the rook outside to the d file. So putting the king in a corner typically makes it easier to build up a fortress of pieces that make it hard for the opponent to kind of infiltrate your space. And then that's you know, a safer position for the king than developing all of your pieces, getting everything out into the middle of the board, and then suddenly there's nothing around your king and he's hanging out right in the center. So sometimes it's better to have him in the center, sometimes it's better on the side. You just kind of have to decide what's best as you play on. So control the center, develop towards the center, right? Develop your pieces off the back rank, make sure that they have vision and that they're valuable, and then make your king safe. Try to have a good little hideout for him. Good habits. There's a YouTube channel called Chess Bra that is very, very good when it comes to kind of teaching some of those opening concepts and feeling comfortable with them. But yeah, let's play some games, and I'll kind of explain what I'm thinking as I go. We'll play some rapid games. Do I want to do interval? I'll do interval. So we're gonna do 10 minutes with a 5-second interval, which means we have 10 seconds on the clock, and then we gain 5 seconds every time we make a move. So you benefit from making your initial moves quickly and kind of banking some extra time, and then you can think more later in the game. If you lose all of your time and you still have enough pieces on the board to checkmate, for the opponent to checkmate you or for you to checkmate your opponent, you lose. So we have to make sure we don't run out of time. But 10 and 5 is pretty comfortable. Let me make sure that it looks okay. It does look okay. All right. So I'm currently 18-17. My opponent is an 18-08. I have been playing the English opening recently, which is to start with c4 to then get the knight out to c3. And this is a surprisingly common response. I don't like it very much. So generally I'm just going to take the pawn in the center. He gave away his center pawn when I only gave away my c pawn. So I still have 2 of my center pawns, which is pretty valuable. So I feel good about that. He's probably going to take back with his queen, so that way he's not down a pawn at the very beginning of the game. And if he does that, I will move my knight out to c3 and attack the queen, and essentially try to force him to just go right back, to lose a tempo and to lose a center pawn, trying to move the same piece twice, which he did. So hopefully he goes back here. Sometimes I do some weird stuff like this. And I've gotten into the habit, and I don't know if it's a good habit, of immediately moving my queen in this position to check the king, because he's forced to take the queen, and there's no queens on the board. I have the center pawns, and I have a piece developed. So I'm ahead in development. I have a center pawn that he doesn't have, and there's no queens, which means that there's less trickery. So I'm just going to do it because that's what I've been doing, and it's definitely not the best way to play. I feel. I could be wrong about that. I don't think it's a good move, but it's my move. Now we take the queen. There are no queens on the board. I have a piece out. It's not in a good spot. I'm probably going to end up moving it right back. Now that he's attacking it with his bishop. I could also move it forwards. Because then it kind of attacks this weak pawn and attacks the bishop. He's probably going to have to go right back to defend it. Unless he comes forward and blocks that pawn, I'm going to go for that. Very safe option. Many would argue that it's boring, though. I guess. It is boring. That's okay. I'm down for that. All right, he can no longer push the c-file pawn because he is now blocking it with his bishop. My best guess is to go ahead and... I want to move a center pawn. I can move either because I'm going to end up moving both. Let's do this, and maybe we can... I don't know that it's a good idea. Fianchetto the bishop. Put it on this long diagonal. I trade queens early in games, and my friends will make fun of me. That's kind of funny. I don't see any problem with it. I think, you know, simplify the game. Maybe it's just because they're bad at playing with their other pieces and they can only play with their queens. Who knows? Yep, that pawn push was a good move from him, because then he won the pawn. I'm just gonna push the pawn one space forwards, kick him out of here. I'm probably gonna end up having to do the same thing with my f-pawn in a second. I probably should have done it with the f-pawn first. I don't know why, but I kind of assume anyone playing a game online with an unknown gender is a he. I feel like I call every inanimate object a she, though. Like, oh, she's sad. But it's just a piece of paper that's dangling, you know? Jacob Morris, who I live with, just got a new laptop, so he is opening that currently. I feel like he's just kicking my knight around. I need to put it somewhere where he's not going to do that next turn, so I can develop some other pieces. We're going to move it back here. I will tell him you said hi, Drew, when he gets back in. He's in a different room. Okay, I don't really know why he castled on that side. That's something that I could exploit later quite easily. In fact, I should probably just move this and then develop these castle here and then push these pawns. Do I even need to castle? Can I keep my king in the middle? Probably not. The only reason I don't want to move my knight over to this side is just because I'm about to focus all my attention over here. Oh, what's up? Jacob's on the stream. There you go. That works well. Yeah, this game is not going normally to how it would if I fully played in English. That first move of the pawn taking and then the queen trade means that we play a very different game than what I'm used to. Gotta look for ideas. I also don't really threaten much of the fork just because the bishop is still here. He has 2 attackers on this. Would I be crazy to do that? Probably. I see that, which scares me a little, but I think I'll be okay. Oh no. I've made a grave mistake, haven't I? I've definitely made a grave mistake, but I'm gonna lose my knight. And I'm gonna lose my rook no matter what. Either due to the fork or due to the bishop. think this is my best option to save something, to minimize my losses. He takes the knight, I take the knight back, he takes the bishop, I move my rook back. That way I at least don't lose the rook. I would still have this bishop. Oh no, it's a check. Oh, alright, well, I'm screwed now. How much material does that put me down? Six points. Can I come back from this? I'll play it out. Even at this rating, we frequently make terrible mistakes. Yeah, I don't see any way this works out. I believe in the heart of the cards, you're right. I just need to have faith. Who needs material? Can win without it. My knight is very far away. I wonder if I can get it over there. His knight is very far away too. I'm gonna bring the bishop back here to block that pawn from moving. I wonder if I played Bape Bape right now, if you'd hear it on stream. Probably not, actually. As loud as you play. I see opportunities here. There's this square and this square that I would really like to put my knight on. Now my rook is actually in the game. I don't want to move my bishop up here because then he starts pushing the pawn again. Probably wants to go here to double attack this. Do I move my rook over? Now I don't have a great way to, oh, that works too. Yeah, now he's just forcing trades, which is a smart thing to do. I think he's going to take it with this, which means that I can take the rook with my king. It says my opponent left the game. I hope he comes back. I wouldn't mind the free elo if he loses on abandonment, though. That would be about the luckiest thing to happen. Oh, man. Yeah, he's not going to take it with the rook, because that's going to then be lost to the pawn. So he's going to take it with this. I take the king first. Then he moves the bishop out of the way. And then I... Bro, he is going to lose the game. 2 seconds. Alright, he lost the game. What? He was going to win that. Maybe he's just in a spot with bad internet. And he... Nah, he's got 4 bars. He just lost the game for no reason. Weird. Alright. Well, that was not a good game, but I'll happily take an 18-22. We take free low. Let's see what we got. Let's do another game. Hopefully I get to play a real opening. Karo Khan time. What's my preferred move here? Probably gonna... You may end up just pushing the pawn forwards, which would allow me to do my original plan to get my light squared bishop out and then complete my triangle. That's the mission. This seems silly, but I don't want to push too many pawns. And once again, I'm already in a very, very different position than what I'm used to seeing. MPD was not a dabbing one. That one has a way worse acronym. MPD was written by the Larry Summerlin. Yeah, Larry wrote most all of those warm-ups. He didn't write pitchforks, I don't think. Maybe he did pitchforks. Yeah, he might have done pitchforks, Gunt, Donkey Cross, MPD. Oh, I should have seen that. Oops. That's all right. He might have given me a free piece. That was an intentional pawn sack. He gets greedy. He loses the knight. And he resigned. Oh, man. He didn't even try. I tried last game with 7 points of material up. Jesus. Donkey Crust is like my favorite old AQ exercise. It's a really fun accent tap. Yeah, come on. Sacrum is not a good sport. Didn't want to play it through. It's fine. I understand. That's 2 dubs. Let's see if we can go for 3. Can I play a real English? Or are we gonna do something funky right at the beginning? A little funky. He's probably gonna leave the light squares open. He sure is. There's no way he just loses the rook right at the beginning of the game. Surely not. At 1742. But he might. Oh my god. What the hell is happening? Ah. Okay. Okay. I see you. Now I take back, he develops the knight. He got rid of my fianchettoed bishop. That's actually not a terrible plan. Sure. Let's do it. I am a pawn up, which is cool. If you need the sheets for Niner, I can send those to you. I have them. Well, if I took the rook still, probably, he would take my rook. Oh, yeah, but then I guess I could have taken his bishop. Yeah, I probably should have done what you said. A video every day? That's a lot of videos. That'd be cool, though. Oh, nice move. Some dude is doing burnouts on a motorcycle right outside the house. It's definitely one thing that I should have done more in high school when I was in percussion. It's learn some actual concert etudes and repertoire. I did not do that. Oh, I can take this knight now too. I forgot about that. Hmm. Let's just keep my piece advantage. Let's take. He'll take back with this, and then I can move my king up into here. He could take. I don't know that he wants to do that though. I can now place a little checkaroonie. He wants this square. And he wants my rook. Hmm. Whoa. Now he's up material, but only one piece, or 1 point. I wish there was a check here, man. Double defend it, so he can't take back. Now we actually have a good check. That's mate in 1. Man, I'm glad I took a second to look at that. I almost threw away that piece. He just blundered mate in 1. Nice. That's 3 wins. Hell yeah. That was good. That was interesting. I feel like I want to check that out in analysis. Somehow won that in 22 moves. What did I do right? What did I do wrong? Played my English. I made the wrong decision at the very beginning by taking the bishop instead of taking the rook. Hey man, hey, people are blundering mate in 1s at every elo right now. So we definitely had the advantage from the beginning, which is good. I shouldn't have pushed f4. But it's okay. He didn't take advantage of it. Oh, wow. He missed that too. I got lucky. He could have crushed me. Yeah, this fork scared the hell out of me, but I was up material, technically still. I should have just threatened the queen. But I did not, alas. I played this correctly, though. And then he blunders a mate in 1. Wow. Not my favorite game to go back and look at, but alright. Here we go. Start with a little c4. This guy's 1848. There we go. I'm down for this. This is normal. So what do I want to do here? Go for a Botvinnik. A little body. Oh, I bet Boo is slumped. I tired him the hell out before I started stream. I made sure he was gonna sleep. Hmm. I'm gonna get my knight up to that square and fork those two pieces. Boo Cam at one point in the stream. We'll see. If he's sleeping, I'm not gonna wake him up. If I start him, he will not stop until he drops. He's a wild little man. Good move. That's how you win a piece, baby. That was a good sequence. That was really, really nice. Very happy with that. Intentionally pushed the pawn to boot the knight out to this square that my queen was covering. Knew he would take back with the pawn, so I have one pawn left. Kick his knight out. Now the square is covered by two pieces. So I fork the two pieces that are most important. He has to take back, and I take him with check, which opens up this file, or this diagonal for the knight. Hell yeah. That made me feel good. I'm gonna threaten mate in one. I don't know if he'll see it. He did see it, or at least he just had a plan already. Well, since we're up material, I'm happy to trade. Especially if it means getting this, I probably should have just moved up here. Ruined his home. Never would have been better. He does not seem to care, though. Now we can do it. I have to protect this pawn. I can't lose my pawns. I still need to move this dark squared bishop back there. Now he's lost his rook. Now he's gonna lose. He's gonna have to take this back with this. Yep, he resigned. As he should. Oh man, so that was why. I had to move this, took my knight. I had to move the bishop somewhere. I had options, right? I could move it here and have an extra threat on this square. But I wanted to keep coverage of this square, particularly because I knew I was going for this. So I went back here instead, which worked out really well because I was able to bump his bishop back with a tempo. And now I got that. That was perfect. 4 dubs. Winning streak. We're killing it. What are we at right now? We're definitely at our peak rank. 1838. We've come a long ways. Currently on a 6-game win streak. Nice. Cool. All right, let's keep it up. Do another. See how many we can do. Hopefully I can play a normal Caro-Kann. Looks like I can. Hoping he goes for d4. Yeah, 6 in a row, baby. My record is 10. Record is 10, at least for rapid games, 10-minute games. 10 wins in a row is the limit. We played this earlier, and I don't think I've made the right starting move. I keep pushing my g-pawn to fianchetto, but I don't know that's right. I can't go here with the queen, because then if he takes with the pawn and I take back, he can take back with the knight and attack my queen. Not good for me. I can't even win the knight back because the queen would then be defending, right? No, it wouldn't be. Let's try that, actually. See if he takes, check for the free piece. Oh, it's not a free piece. Because he can go back to here. Can't he? Dang it. Oh, that was so close. I thought that was free. I thought it was free. But no, he's going to go back there now. Alright, so... Ugh, this is unpleasant now. What fork are you talking about? Yeah, he had to move the knight back. Oh, yeah. That would suck if he can move his knight out of check. Would have gotten wrecked. Hmm. Takes. He just has a bishop lining up for this rook. Push. Takes. I just leave it. He takes. Takes back the queen. It's probably better. Why don't I just do something like this then? It would be really cool if he got his bishop off this diagonal, but I don't think he will. I shan't think. Castle first. Develop the knight, so we have stuff out. Ah, man. I wish that could have happened some other way. It would be cool to win this bishop. That's not going to happen, though. All right. This is a tight game so far. So now I have a lot of pieces, like this square, really strong. He has 2 pieces attacking it. Never mind. Take that back. Never mind. No longer a very strong square. No way. No way is this gonna work. But if I take the pawn out here with the bishop, putting him in check, instead of taking back with the king, he takes back with the knight because it's right there, and it attacks my queen. I take his queen. He takes with the rook, and now that this diagonal has been cleared, I can take the rook with the checkmate. Can I? No, because then he still has the knight here, right? And then he has to move the knight back to here to block. Ah, man, and how much material would I lose versus gain if I did that? I'd sack the bishop for a pawn. He takes with the knight. I take the queen. I win the rook, though. That's a free rook. Dude, let's try it. That sounds fun. That sounds really fun, actually. This is kind of a cool little sequence. Check it out. It's gonna work, though. He's totally gonna do it. That was an honest calculation. Now I take the queen, and now I get a free rook. I told you, it's gonna work. Sack the bishop, win the rook. And honestly, now I just pull it back, right? I just get out of there. Now we're up material, which is good. Oh, I feel really good about that one. That was a good calculation. Holy shit. Do I double up the rooks? I really should create some space. I need to create an escape square for my king first. He only has one rook, but I'll play safe. Man, streaming definitely works out way better here than it did when I was in the van. I've had 0 dropped frames. Everything seems to be chilling. Been working well. So now I can trade off material, right? I can knight up, d4. If he takes, I just take back with the rook and trade down. But I threaten his rook. What's his response to that? I mean, he could just move out of the way. Whoop. I have another square to go to. Let's try it. Let's try it. I can win the pawn. If he moves up here to attack my knight instead for some reason, then I can take the pawn. He takes, we trade. If he takes, we trade. We probably move our rook to the c file. No, that doesn't make sense. Because that would still be here. We probably just double up and then figure out something to do. He wants a pawn. Do I let him have a pawn? Honestly, yeah, I don't care, because I'm about to win a pawn, aren't I? Doesn't really matter though. If I go here, he can't he just can't take the pawn. He can't take this. I'm safe. I'm safe. Dude, it's your first new laptop like in a very, 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 very long time. Like, cherish the moment. Unboxing is great. Okay, now we take the pawn. Oh, that was actually a bad move, because now he can get in front of the... Damn. Oh, I may have made a mistake. If he takes with the rook, I check. Take, no. Even that wouldn't work. We'll see. I don't know how I'm gonna do this. I may lose a piece after gaining a piece, but... Yeah, dude, he can edit with something other than iMovie. That's true. Got that nice Asus pre-build. You should get into chess, Cork. It's not terribly hard. It is kind of hard, but it's fun. Everyone at school will think you're cool. To move the rook up. There are a lot of online resources for chess in particular. Absolutely. The community has gotten very large. I want your knight, my friend. I'm gonna take it. He'll probably check me. I move back into the solace of my cave. Cam, Toomey. OSRS is where it's at, though. I still play. I actually logged on today for at least an hour or so. Did some Slayer. Old school RuneScape is the move. Whoa! Okay, well he gave me freedom to choose which piece I wanted. I can either take this with check, which would be nice. He's gonna have to move here. That's his only valid move after that. Or I take this. Does that provide a forking opportunity for him? No. I mean, in fact, he's pinned, which means I can literally just move right back and win the exact same thing. So we're gonna take this first. Then we're gonna go back. Then we're gonna grab that. I can't do that. I will do this, though. He got the big boy computer. Got the 3070 Ti. Got a terabyte. Solid state disk. He's got the works. I want this piece. I want the knight free. Give it to me. If he doesn't give me the knight and he goes here to g3, I will check him and win the pawn and defend this pass pawn, and then I'll probably try to promote it. Yeah, he's got the 3070 in the laptop. I think that one wasn't the AMD, that was the Intel i9. Most recent gen, RTX 3070. It's like 16 gigs of RAM. Yeah, the fan's gonna be working. I have like a fan pad that I sit mine on whenever I'm gaming. But yeah, this cooling is gonna need to do some work. I can win this other pawn too at some point soon. I cannot let him promote this pawn. That's the biggest thing. No way is he gonna go down. I have mate here, quickly. I move one space up, and then this is mate. These 3 squares are covered. 2 of them by the pawn, 1 of them by the king. This will be covered by the rook. And this is covered by the pawn. I think that's game over for him. Chuck B21. I don't think he's gonna come out of this one alive. Oh! Good move. It's probably your only move. What do I do here? Let's move back and let's just continue threatening these extra pawns back here until we get ours passed. Because I need to leave this one here to make sure that he can't promote his pawn. But as long as I keep bugging his pawns. I've got 1 minute and 14, but I have 5-second interval. I play a lot of blitz and bullet, so I think I'm comfortable winning this game with 1 minute left on my clock. Oh yeah, red Q day. Red Q day. Well, he's double attacking this, but that's okay, because I'm going to take this pawn. Unless, wait, do I have mate here again? If I go here, he has to go back. And then I have mate. This is only available space, and then that will be checkmate. No! How did he do that? It's okay. Well, now his knight's pinned. I have defended fork on both pieces. If I take, he takes, I take, he takes, I still win this, right? Well, we'll just do this first. Okay, the only problem is that he has taken that pawn, and I can't let that promote, which means I can't throw away both my rooks. So this is my next option. Wait, I should have taken the pawn. That was dumb. Oh well, it'll be okay. How does he still have spaces to go, man? How is this happening? He's gonna have to go down to here. It's his only available move. Oh, no, it's not. I'm wrong. I do this, and then I can take. I'll try to go down. Oh. Yeah, I guess that works. I'm just gonna throw away this last row. I'm up 7 points of material. He's gonna take this. Normal Wi-Fi is better. Normal Wi-Fi is the 5 hertz frequency. 2.4 is like only if you need it. Checkmate. We did it. 5 in a row. We're on a 7-game streak, baby. We're not losing this week. Poor guy. He lost 19 points for that one. He must not play a lot. What are we, 1842? Hell yeah. Rank 58,715. Hell yeah, baby. We're getting up there. What's, will it tell me? I wish it would give me stats like chess.com does for like different time periods. Because my last month has been significantly better from a KD standpoint than my whole career. Where was I? I left for the beach here, right? I left for the beach like a week and a half ago, and I was 1640, 1650. Now we're up to 1850, almost. 200 points in like a week and a half, which is sick. Now we have 150 points to go until we hit 2K, and that was my goal by the end of 2023. So I think we can make that happen. I feel confident. I've been playing better than I expected. And I've actually played some really bad games today and somehow still won them because 1800s and 1900s are still throwing. All right, restroom break, drink break, and then I will be right back and we'll play probably 2 or 3 more. Let's do the be right back screen. Trying to march Q2 next year? Best be working on marching. It's all about that visual. All right, let's play some more rapid. Let's keep it up. Hopefully we can make it to 1850 today. If we make it to 1850 today, I'll be super happy with that. Why did he just play H3? Was this to preemptively block my bishop from coming out to the F5 square? Maybe. Or just wants to boot me back really, really early. Give me your rook, please. Okay, that was what I expected. Let's close down my pawns. I do need to get this back at some point. He blocked that in. That doesn't mean anything for me. I can go pawn back first. I'm hoping that he'll just allow me to trade the bishop off, or bishop back first. I'm hoping he'll let me trade the bishop off. But he won't, because he wants to castle over here. Which means we're going to develop the knight, and then we're going to put it on F5, its favorite square. What is this? That seems silly. But maybe I'm wrong. It's the way I always have to think about chess. That seems like a stupid move, but I'm probably wrong about that. You know, almost always how it works. Alright, I feel like this will just give me a tempo. He didn't attack anything. Now I just push his knight around. Now he has to retreat the bishop. What it did take away was my knight's ability to go to F5. Which I could still get there if I wanted to. Honestly, should just keep developing, right? But I should develop this first. Just not a good place for it, but... Let's just keep developing. If he takes, I'll just take back with the rook. We'll keep my king in the center. Oh well. I don't think he'll do that, though. He will do it for sure if... I castle. If I castle, he takes, then that's way, way bad. Can't castle queens. Well, I can castle queenside, actually. Because that's not actually cutting that off. King can still go to the c file. Do I want that though? That entire avenue to be choked off? If I push the pawn, he takes. No, I probably wouldn't do that. Takes with the knight. Takes with the bishop. Takes. That's all in the middle. Sure, let's go for that. That seems better. And that makes queenside castling seem way safer. That bishop would be off of the diagonal. Who knows? We're about to find out. Yeah, I want him to take this, and I want to take it with the knight. To tie these two knights together. So that way they protect each other. Plans now have to change. Do we take the pawn? I don't think so. If we push, he can't come anywhere closer to here, but he can go there, and I don't like that. What if we do... Oh. Yeah, what if we do this first? No, this is bad. Yeah, I'm gonna lose something here. I'm gonna lose a pawn. I should have pushed that first. And then not push this. Chess is hard. Whoa. I did not expect him to take that. Right. And so now... I bet I can keep him from castling. Let's do that. If I can keep his king in the middle too, I feel way better about this game. I obviously can't go there, but it exists. Now this will be really nice if he allows me to do this. That would be really stupid. But he might. 1835s, 1800s today have been really known to blunder a game-losing move. We've seen it happen already, almost 3 times a day. I'm wondering if he's gonna let this one happen too. Because he knew he kicked my knight out, but did he know where it was going and what it's now looking at? That's the problem. Him kicking my knight out was probably a very, very intentional decision. Ah? That's actually good. Attacks the queen and covers the square. So he did it. So what, if I check him anyway, then he's forced to take back. Well, if I do the fork anyway, and he doesn't take back, because he wants to still threaten my queen, he moves, I take, he takes, I take, he takes, and is that better for me? What if I just move the queen elsewhere? Where would I move it? Is there something that he has? This fork is not pretty for me. Can I retreat, him try to do something fancy, and therefore lose the queen? What if I just hold this? If I do this, he just pushes the pawn, and then I check him again. Then he can only defend with the queen. Takes back. I don't have a square, but I do have maybe a free pawn. All right, we're just gonna go back. I've convinced myself it's not worth the attack. I can take this. He can take that and fork these two pieces. I'd be forced to move the rook probably back up. To which he'd have to then retreat or take the bishop. If he took the bishop, I take back and he wins the pawn. And I win a pawn, but he's really close to my king. I'm gonna take the pawn. He still can't castle. I feel like if he moves his queen, I have some opportunities for destruction. This is the move, right? And then it would be this. And then he takes. He does not take. He just knows that I couldn't castle. And we push the pawn, right? We need to connect these. Keep our defenses up. Oh, I need him to open something up for me now. This is dangerous. Oh no! I didn't mean to do that. Oh fuck. Now I've lost. Oh, I just gave that piece away. I didn't mean to let that go. I was just hovering. Shit. Alright, well, let's see if I can win this a queen down. I don't think I'm gonna be able to, but we'll try. Alright, yeah, no, we lost. I'm resigning that. Dang! Oh, I did not mean to drop that. That feels bad. That was not, there was in no way that that move was justifiable. Oh, poor queen. Tossed. What would I have done? I probably would have done knight g5. He wants to rematch me? Absolutely not. Alright, here we go. Hey, he's the exact same rating as me. Cool. We've got a classical English to start. Rip the win streak. It's alright. I just can't lose another. If I lose another, it's bad juju, and then I need to stop. But this is a classical English. I'm really comfortable with where we're at right now in these first two moves. is going to go for the King's Indian defense and try to fianchetto the bishop. Or he's going to go 2 knights. I think the best way, theory-wise, is for me to develop the knight first. But I'm so used to playing bishop to g2 immediately that I'm probably going to just go do that. If I do this now and he takes and I take, then... Ah! Now this is good. I like this. This makes this d4 square really, really important. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my knight to e2. And now I've got the knight looking at this square. I've got the pawn looking at this square. I've got this pawn about to move to that square, and I have the queen right behind it. That's a lot of stuff. He's only got 1, 2, whoops, not that, 3. I've got 4. So we're going to attack this now. He's going to feel really confident about taking, as they normally do. And that is why you learn some opening theory. That's why you try to figure it out. With this, I can really just force the bishop to make a decision. He's gonna take. I take back with the knight. This is still defended by the queen. I still have a fianchetto. This is okay for me. Now he has to decide, does he take the knight, or does he back the hell up and lose some tempo? I'm hoping he backs the hell up. That would make my life easier. But we castle almost immediately after this. Make sure our king is tucked away. And then what? Now that we've pushed this, we can probably get this bishop onto the other fianchetto and target that g7 pawn. Maybe if we can do a little bit of torturing to this knight, we can get the queen out here as well and get a lot of attention on this bad boy. Yep. All right, I will take that. I will take that. Thank you for letting me develop, and I will now castle. What? So now I'm not really gonna fianchetto the dark squared bishop. He's a defender at the moment. I'm wondering when I'll get a good opportunity to utilize this guy. Seems very frequent that I fianchetto that in the English, but it doesn't actually do anything most of the time. That's a bad square for the knight. He's attacking this, sure. He's on the outer rim. If I just push this forwards and defend the pawn, he can't take this because of the queen. I don't think that's worthwhile. But I don't want to give him the free pawn. I can't move this bishop until I castle, so I have to castle. We have potential though. I almost wonder what's going to happen if I go here with the bishop and then... I don't know. Try to push this knight out. If he takes and I take back, and then he pushes the pawn and I go back, then... Now I'm going to have a way easier time targeting this square, because the knight won't be there. I'll be able to have queen vision on this piece. Did that first. I don't take this. He's blocked his retreat. Man, this is the hardest decision I've had to make all game. Do I take the pawn or do I not? Favorite show in PIW this year? RCC. Home. It's a good show. RCC was baller this year. I'm thinking I just continue to take space. His knight is totally blocked off. He doesn't have a way to move that piece anymore. His bishop only has one diagonal, and it's not doing anything. That's a decent move. Well, I just have to move this somewhere else then. That's okay. That doesn't hurt me. We can boot the knight out whenever we want to. But now we can also move this knight away and attack this knight. He does not have this square. He cannot take the... If he takes this pawn, he loses. And these are his retreat squares, so he's gone. RCC should have won, in my opinion, but Pulse is just that good, so you know. I think Pulse was cleaner, but I think the difficulty gap, the content gap, was enough to justify a battle for first and second. I think either of them you can fight to say they deserve to win, for sure. Which is a good thing to be able to say between the top two, that it was like, you know, a fair battle. The margins were very small. If I do move the knight back, I can't move it to here, because if he takes this pawn and I take it back with the queen, he wins a free knight and attacks this. And I have no way to take that back. So I'd actually have to move the knight back to here or here, which looks ugly. Or I can actually move it forwards. You have some counterplay by pushing that, but I'd have an open square. Or I could en passant. Then you bring his queen in, and I wouldn't win the knight anymore. Decisions. I'm probably gonna move back to b1 if this works out. It seems like a stupid square to go to, but I think it's right. Wow, he's giving himself an escape. I agree with that. I liked Rhythm X's show. Well, I actually didn't like their show. I liked their book. The beats they played were super sick and very representative of a high-level group. They played awesome beats. I thought their show was a little lame, but what do you do? I also think a lot of shows are lame. That's my usual consensus, is that it's a lame show. So, you know, we're going to threaten this knight, and we're going to protect this pawn and threaten this pawn. This pawn is protected by my previous pawn, so this makes this a safe square to travel to. Gotta be one of the top 10 snare features of all time for sure. That snare feature was sick. Very well written, very well played. They knew exactly how cool it was when they played it. You could tell. They were all hyped about that snare feature. I just wish they moved more. Like, they just don't move nearly as much as RCC or Pulse or anybody else. movement is not a part of their production that adds difficulty value. It's just one of those things that they do because they have to, almost. We either trade this dark squared bishop off for the knight. I don't know that we do that, though. We definitely push this pawn now. He does have the option of going here, but that protects my knight. It's on an outpost. His queen can't develop any further forwards. And if he does go here, I find something to do with this bishop. Or I take, he takes back, and then I threaten him and win a tempo, which I think I'm gonna do. Generally focus on music 90% rather than a 60-40 balance. Quads stood there in the future. Snares stood or took baby halftime steps during theirs. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I think that's normal for them because they always focus so hard on music. That's a huge part of their production. I wonder if I can just boot this knight out. I surely can. But yeah, it is because they're able to focus a lot on the music, and the music sounds great. Music's awesome. Their arrangements are always really intriguing and difficult. They definitely play some difficult stuff, which I like. Yeah, I don't know. As a performer, I always focused way more on visual than I did on playing. But that was just me in particular. Like, playing never came super hard to me, but moving was something I had to really focus on at the start. And that kind of became second nature for sure. But for me, it's like 70% visual thought, 30% music. Because I know that the visual takes more mental energy and actual physical energy from me. I don't know where to go. This seems like a petty piece to go after. But I want this free pawn with the intent of attacking this rook. And I think this is the only way I can do that. Odds are he goes here. The odds are he doesn't go there, actually. He goes here. So that way if I take, I can't take that. Who knows? He could mess it up. He's thinking a lot. He's really using his time. Getting there. Gotta get that visual under control. It's the most important part. Gotta dance with the rest of them. I don't want to trade off all my material, but I feel like I would win if I did. I can win the free pawn here, but he takes this back. Threatening the rook too. Oh, I don't love that. Oh, that was a great move. Yeah, I think I fucked up. Add a little protector. One thing that's kind of foreign is engaging your core. You get better at it over time. Yeah, I'm gonna lose a piece here, aren't I? God, I really wish I could pull some, like, fucked up checkmate. No, I can't do that because the knight's here. Oh, man. I really wish I could hit the square with my queen or the rook. I mean, I don't want to lose the queen. I think I'd rather be a piece down and still have the queen than be a piece down and trade the queen off. So what? I do that, and then he does that, that. Just fucking retreat. Threaten a mate, maybe. I'm gonna take it with the bishop. There is a funny little line where if he, if we do trade this off, bishop takes, rook takes, threatening the queen. Instead of me moving the queen, I just move the rook over. This cover this square. He takes with the rook, takes my queen with the rook. I have a back rank checkmate because this queen and his knight can't cover it. That would be funny. He took it with the rook. The rook. Because he's gonna win the piece anyway. Oh. Can I still do it? Can I still do that original idea that I had? I absolutely think I can. If he takes the queen, I get... No, I don't get a back rank mate. I actually throw my extra piece away. Because this queen can go back from here to here and actually cover that square. Oh, no. Well, that's alright. We'll see. At the very least, he'll just have a knight jumping around that I have to deal with. Maybe I could draw. All right, I feel better now. Jesus. He just had to push that pawn and remove the defender from the knight. Oh, God. So you just have to play it out. That's what I've learned. I've learned to only resign if it's like actually hopeless, because oftentimes down material, equal material, there's a way. There's a will. This is A-okay, my friend. I have the pass pawn. Bishop e6 did block it, but it removed his bishop from the opportunity to cover my pass pawn. So now if he moves the bishop, which is currently tied to the knight, which he has not yet defended with his king, which he absolutely could have, he might have had the opportunity to find a way to make it through by attacking my rook and trying to get it out. A lot of different options there. Now he has no options. He's optionless. If I take this and he goes back, and then I take this, he goes forwards and he can cover that. I can't do that. I need to go here and pin the bishop. If I go here and he takes, then I still get to promote, which means that that's what we do. If he goes here to cover the promotion, I take anyways and sack the rook, and then I promote with check. That's the way. We keep the bishop from... The bishop was the only thing that was going to have the opportunity to hop over here and stop me from promoting, so it had to be the move. I mean... This is not looking hot for him. Could check, maybe check again, and then start to push some pawns and take his pieces. You could take that. It's definitely that period of time, yeah, to get the king involved a little bit. He needs to be moving. Go here first, so he can't take it, and then we walk over here. That's just kind of rude. I just don't want him to take it. You can take it now. He might not see it. He may not realize the king can move backwards and up, but he certainly can. I have to be careful. I can't leave any forks open. I have a bad habit of when I'm winning the game of leaving a knight fork available for them to take advantage of. Stay over on that side of the board. This is really boring. How do I need to... I'm gonna move down here. There's no fork. I need to push this pawn. He takes the pawn. No. I need to move back over. Does that leave a fork open? No. Oh, I didn't even think about that. I have the queen advantage, but I definitely... It's not simple. Because he does have a lot of stuff still on the board. He's really connected the bishop to the pawns well. Let's say I go here. He probably goes back. Ah, and he wins the other pawn. Holy shit. Dude, this guy's a pro. Alright, this is really irritating. I'm just going to stop fucking with the pawns and make this happen over here with my king and queen. This is nuts. This bishop and knight pair with these pawns are really destroying my life for a second. I just don't know that he can actually do it. I feel like we have 5-second interval, so it's like as long as you're moving somewhat quickly, you can figure something out, but I just don't think there's actually an option for him to... I'm gonna take his bishop now. The king has to get back here. I think that's the only way. I just don't know how this is gonna work. This is crazy. This pawn being so close to promotion is like terrifying. I really need to get here, but I can't with the bishop. He can't push this anymore because then I'll take it and I still cover the final promotion square, which is good. We're still here. We're still here. We can still cover the square. I don't think he has time. I don't think he's gonna find the game-winning moves in 7 seconds, but I think he does have the potential to still win this. Holy shit, he could still win this. What? Holy shit! No way! Oh. Oh, fuck me. That was a shockingly well played. How did he manage that? I was just gonna push him for time, but he was really ready for that mate in one. That guy's a gamer. Wow. That was actually insane. I guess I feel like that's what an 1800 should actually play like. Like, I feel like that was representative of our current ratings. That was a good game. That was cool. Props to him. Do I have chat open? Dang. All right, I think I can do one more. I'm gonna use the restroom real quick, and then we'll do it. Uno mas. Okie dokie. See what we can do. We won 5, we lost 2. Not bad. Surely if I lose another, we have to stop though. Go for the Caro-Kann. I'm hoping for the advanced variation, because I'm very used to playing that. Maybe he'll take. Why? Why is everyone playing this? This is the one that I haven't really paid much attention to. And I very rarely get it, but today I've gotten it all 3 times I've played with the black pieces. He doesn't take, he doesn't push, he just brings his knight out. I've tried something different every time. Last time I tried the takes, maybe win a piece thing, but that didn't work, so we're not going to do that again. It's one of the lesser played variations of this, but it's the one that I've seen a lot. Now I have to go look it up. I have to go study. But it's good that I know that. I have been studying a bit more. It's helped my rating a lot. Helped me win some easy games. This pawn is now undefended. We'll have to bring the knight out, which I will pin. Now I can take this, and he will be unable to, without losing the queen. Sad day. He pushes for the advanced variation, so now we're actually into normal-ish territory. Only problem is that I usually don't fianchetto my dark squared bishop on the left side of the board, and that's actually a problem. It usually plays here, or here. But we'll close down the pawn chain anyway. We got our light squared bishop out, which is usually our useless one if we're not able to manage getting it out. That's good. We have to take the knight. We do this. Take from inside. I don't like that. Let's take from outside. I could like that. Let's do it. That sounds fun. I usually trade the light squared bishops, but that was in a different spot than it normally is. So we'll just move it back. We'll pick up the trade with the pawn. We'll ruin our pawn structure a little bit on this side of the board. But we've got some cool connected stuff. And then maybe we'll castle on queen's side since he's already blocked off this dark squared bishop from being able to utilize incoming diagonals. He's castled on this side, so that's okay. I'm down for that. Maybe I should have pushed h6 first to keep the bishop or the knight from jumping in. Because now that bishop coming on to g5 is a little annoying. But I guess I can just do it secondary. I'll just drop back. Go here, we're still defending it. We can now move it. Here. You won't like that. think we got this. I think we got this. I only went here just to defend the knight. If I didn't have to, I probably would have gone here to target this weak pawn on b2. We may check that out later. Especially if he starts to get fancy and uses queen. Being able to fork both of these pawns would be interesting. Okay. Now we reroute. Now we should develop the knight and then castle, right? Push this pawn up. This bishop does not have many friendly squares, so he's gonna be gone soon, I would think. I just can't do it with the pawn yet. If I move the pawn up, move the bishop up, then I have a pretty valid attack here. But all of that I feel needs to take place after we castle. Because these pawns are not moving forwards at all anytime soon. They're locked. So we castle first, connect our rooks. He's already looking to fight for some pawn pushes here. He wants war. I understand. I think we're gonna push our pawns on the opposite side too. Whoa, very aggressive. Takes. Here. We're okay to keep pushing pawns. And now if we move our bishop here, that rook is going to be very unhappy. Have an attack on the knight too. He pushes the pawn. Which I'm assuming he's gonna move the rook. But if he doesn't move the rook, the next most sensible thing is to attack my queen, which would then threaten another piece, and then he would be double attacked. The knight being attacked by the queen after the pawn push, and the rook being attacked by the bishop. We don't want that. Can't have two pieces being threatened at the same time. Neither of them well defended by a lower value piece. We have locked this position down. He did it. I knew he'd do it. We have locked this position down. I know exactly what I want. He could move the rook back over here, of course, which would be just fine. This now gives me opportunity to push this though, because takes. I've won a piece. He has to retreat with the bishop. Now this is where my plan has kind of ended. I don't really know where to go. If I take, he's gonna have to clear this out before he can threaten this pawn. so I have time to defend it later. We might as well just open up this side of the board. Get rid of his center pawns. Maybe we can even get a nice little square for the knight on e4. That would be cool. I would be way more worried about this queen and rook over here if my queen wasn't also here. It's like I feel like if he just moves down, I take it. He can't take it back. There's not... He could obviously jump down and try to attack me with the rook, but I'm just going to move right back. He's given me the free knight. I just have to make sure this is not a trap. This feels really good for me. But we're about to see. He might have had something really tricky up his sleeve. No, he did not. He just resigned. Cool. Yeah, that was good. I thought that was really well played. I'd actually like to go back and look at that. It's another 20 move game. 21. We played a Caro Khan, to which he did the thing. Wow, okay. So this is what I guess I need to do moving forwards. Is most common move is either take the pawn. G6. G6 is the 4th most played move. Both of them have a 46% win rate for black. Not bad. But they suggest taking with the deep pawn. Knight takes. Bishop out to threaten. Knight back. G6. And then normal development. Okay. But that leaves me with no center pawn. What are my odds generally of winning if I continue from here? He should push forwards, but that's something I'm comfortable with. If he goes knight, yeah. He takes, I take. Just fianchetto the bishop and yeah, okay. So yeah, that seems like a decent version of how to do it. So what I did was fianchetto the bishop, get my bishop out there. He pushed into the advanced variation, and that evened it out. I made a mistake by doing that. I should have taken the knight instead of coming back to let him take the bishop. He's up 1.4. I just feel like he did not play this part of the game well. I'm wrong. Like, he seemed to have done okay. Oh, that's fair. He could have pushed that pawn, but I would have taken with the pawn. You couldn't take back with the rook. I don't see how that's still 2 points up. Oh, I messed up. I don't understand how this is 8 points down in material. Here? Hold on, where's my move order list? There's nothing in the database. No one has played a game to this position before. Ah, I dropped the knight over on the other side of the board. I never would have seen that. That's so far away. But he moved back, which screwed him up. And as soon as he did that, Yeah, I thought this was good for me. It apparently wasn't. Apparently was not good for me. It was actually bad for me by like 2 points of material. But it worked out. Got lucky. I have too many games like that where I'm just getting lucky. Just working out. Ugh. Okay, we're 1873. All right, I lied. We're gonna do one more game. If we win, we stop. If we lose, we stop. This will be the final one. Because depending on my opponent, I could achieve peak rating with this. If I get 6 points. Which I probably will get 6 points. I'm playing against a 1930. Great. Little 1830 against a 1930. Let's see. I can go for my Botvinnik here for sure, for sure. Or maybe we'll do f4. Let me tie these together, push my pawn up. He's probably gonna try to mimic me. He is gonna mimic me. We're in a castle. He probably should have castled last turn, but he can do whatever he wants. We're gonna do the exact same thing. He might push this up, which is totally okay. I will then attack with f4. Get out. It's actually really nice. I can comfortably push f4 now, I feel. He moves the queen over, I just move my king right up. Not a problem. If I push my g-pawn and he takes with a knight, sack, take. You can't do that anymore for sure. Yeah, okay. We're pushing up into his territory right now. We're gonna make this happen. Cramping him. Takes. Crazy. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have moved the knight yet. I don't want him on that square. What if I do this? I guess I could also push that. If he takes, I win a free knight. No, I don't. Well, this is why we pushed f4. So if he takes, we now take back. Defended by the knight. Very comfortable energy here. Very comfortable energy. Lot of encroaching upon his space. We take a knight here. He reclaims material. And then we bring a pawn forwards. We are now defended comfortably. We can kick his pawn out, or kick his knight out very soon. Dude, I still have 10 minutes, and I feel good. I feel bishop out to here. It's also a nice place to be. But I really like the fact that I can see this bishop. Okay, that is no longer an option because the queen is now looking at it. He wants to have attention towards this. If I push, where does he jump? Here, 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 here. He has to go back. Has to go back, right? Surely he's not crazy enough to go to h5. Could be wrong. I'm not wrong. I'm just gonna keep pushing pawns, man. This is easy. If he takes, I take back with the... I could take back with the pawn. That'd actually be incredible. Now we do this first. He has to retreat. So then I can start moving my attack forwards. Do we do it with the queen or the knight? I think we do it with the queen. We move the king up, and then we have our rook on that file. And then we live in lavish comfort. He won't take it, though. This is a bad spot for his king, man. He's all boxed out. And I'm fully open, which is also a problem. Wants this. That is his only option with that knight move. What do we do? Yeah, my problem with takes on the G file is that he simply takes back, and this square is now covered, and I can't do anything with it. Maybe we just go ahead and prepare the rook move in. That's actually a great idea. Get that rook over here quickly. I'll be happy with that. $19.30. Dude, give me 6 points. Give me my peak, baby. Oh no. Oh, I did not see that. Where can you go from here? He has some valid squares. We move in. His position is so bad right now. I feel like I should just trade off as much as I can. Like, it's so bad. Let's just trade the queens. Look at how much space I have around his king. He has nowhere to go. I'm threatening this. I already have this file open for both of my rooks. I feel like if we just get the queen and this knight that is now causing problems off the board, we're all okay. You can't take this because my knight's already protecting it. As my bishop. I've got a good side. It's just very far out there. It's very extended. Trying to play strong-handed player. He's gonna have to think on this one for a hot minute because he knows that he is about to lose the knight. Retreat. I'm actually gonna give up this knight because I'm so confident about where this king is right now. I'm just gonna let this piece go. I don't give a shit. Who cares? He takes the knight, I get my bishop over. We put him in check right now. He has to take back. We put him in check again. And we start profiteering. Like, it's an easy game from this point. We threaten the pawn after that. He can't defend it. We double up our bishop, or we double up our rooks, and I feel like it's a one game. He wants to take the pawn, but if I double up my rooks, I feel like there's still just nothing he can do. Why did he do that? Oh, because he has that rook there. Ah! Oh shit. Uh-oh. Oh, now this is losable. But this is under attack. I might have gotten too confident on this one. We're about to try to win a rook down. I really don't have anything I can do here. It's all about these pawns, and I gotta keep these pawns from moving forwards too much. No, I've lost. There's actually no way to win now. Dang it. All right. I feel like I was ahead for a hot minute in that game. And there was somewhere after pushing too much that I gave it away. Yeah, I was ahead by 3 points by move 20. And I moved my king to try to get my rooks out over there, and that was the wrong move. I should have taken and immediately opened it up and then done that. Because what I did was I removed the opportunity for me to actually make that happen. Rook up was not a move that I even thought of. And he was up from there. I mean, he definitely got the better of me towards the end. Rough. Bad last game, but that's okay. We were ahead for a while. We did okay. 1833 by the end. That was better than where we started. Our peak was 1842 today. So we'll hit 1900 soon. We got 2000 by the end of the year. I think we can do it. I'm already, improving, 28 points a day. Yeah, I think that's beautiful. That's great. If you hung out for the stream, thanks so much. I appreciate it. I'm going to go ahead and stop and go grab some food and take care of myself. But I hope you guys had a good day. If you were watching, I hope you enjoyed the stream, and I will talk to you later.